What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with Paige, and this is the start of a new reading vlog. Hello my darlings, welcome to February. For the month of February, I will hopefully be doing my 1 week, 1 shelf, which is a concept that was created by Books with Emily Fox, and basically you just generate a shelf however you would like. She has slips of paper, I just do a number generator and figure it out. But in my February TBR video, I selected the first shelf, which happened to be my graphic novel shelf. And for me, I have 4 graphic novels that I haven't read. That's it. That is it. So I'm gonna see how this goes and where we end up. So I might end up changing this and just doing a shelf and then putting that vlog out. I might combine it into 2 shelves depending if I actually get through all of this within the week, which I very much think I will. So this is the stack. And I need to pick one that is going to go towards one of my goals for Amy from A-Star Reads Bookish Peeps challenge, which is to start every month off with a book that's going towards my goals. Basically, all 4 of these would count because one of my goals is my previous book hauls and each of these are in a book haul. The Prince and the Dressmaker will go towards my 2024 book haul and reading 60% of my purchases. Extraordinary, I think, is 2022. And then Heartstopper and Everything Is Okay will be going towards my 2023 book hauls. Everything Is Okay was gifted to me by April, and then Heartstopper is continuing on and getting caught up with the series. I basically have free reign, but I'm gonna go with Heartstopper because series are one of my focuses as well, and I'd like to get caught up. It is also one of the 2 thick ones, so hopefully I will get through it pretty quickly. I do have to go to work, so I just wanted to jump on and start this off so I'm not coming home and being like, I need to pick. I can't just be like, I'm reading now. I'm very excited to dive in and see how volume 5 goes. I love these characters so much, so I'm so keen to see what happens. I really don't know anything about the plot in where we're following what's happening. This is going to be my first read of February, my birthday month. I'm so excited. I am also trying to get through a decent amount of stuff to hopefully get some actual books read before my mother comes up on the 9th, because when she's up, I have a tendency not to read. That's what we're gonna do, and we'll just see how this vlog goes in terms of picking another shelf. I'm also curious, would you all be happy if I did like the slips of paper that the Books with Emily Fox does, but also include my library holds on it and or my Bookish Peeps, like that is its own shelf, and just seeing how much I can get through in a week for those, because I need to get through those things, and I definitely don't own many of my Bookish Peeps books this year. So is that something that you would be happy if I do the 1 week, 1 shelf, if I put in the randomization for my Bookish Peeps challenge and then my library shelf? So please let me know on that regard. But now I'm going to go find my shoes, grab my lunch together and go to work. I'll check in with you when I'm home and hopefully we'll have started reading. Bye! Hello my darlings, apologies if you can hear the fan in the background. It is too hot for me to turn that off. I'm just jumping on because I'm about to continue with Heartstopper. It's currently 10 PM and I've got that much. Really enjoying this so far right now. It just, oh my soul. I am also obsessed with Pokemon Go, so you know, this is a rabbit hole that I've fallen down. But I forgot that I needed to film and edit my book haul, which I ended up having to film twice because the first time I had stuff in my teeth. Love when we do that. I'm gonna finish this off and then do up my journals for today and see where we get up to. So it is only 10 o'clock, but all I'm doing for the next half hour, 45 minutes is reading and my journals. I'll check in with you once I've finished Heartstopper. That was wonderful. It's only been 8 minutes, oh my god. That was super cute. I am really happy with the way that they dealt with everything, and one of the other characters' asexuality presentation. I was just like, yay, I'm so glad. And then, yeah, I felt really positive. I appreciate Nick's personal struggles and not knowing where he wants to go, what he wants to do, and the conflict that arises with that. But I'm really happy with how it went, and I'm so excited for volume 6 to see how their story concludes. Oh, it was so cute. So, it was a really, really good volume. I really adore these characters so much. It's just so sweet. I really liked that, this feels weird to say, but I really liked that it was focusing on the progression of their relationship journey and the things that they want to be doing and how they want to be doing things and the confidence that's starting, and I just, oh, whoa. So, I just want volume 6 now. First book done for February, thank the Lord. I'm finally getting back in the groove of reading. The graphic novels definitely are one of the very few things I can still read without an audiobook because my brain appreciates. I was trying to read The Book of Doors in January and I've soft DNF'd it until the audiobook comes out because it's just one of those books I would read 20 pages and immediately fall asleep. But it was good. But this was just perfection. Oh! Okay, I need to go grab my 3 remaining and see what I'm gonna pick next. I got Schwabby, Everything is Okay by Debbie Tung, or The Prince and the Dressmaker. I think I'm going to go with Extraordinary because it is definitely more in the, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's very much in the comic style rather than the cartoony graphic novel, and these are all beautiful, but they're more in that different illustration style. And I think I just want, I don't think I'm going to fall head over and heels in love with this, whereas these 3 I all expect to be 5 stars. So, confirmed 5 stars. I reckon this will probably be a 4 star, so I think I just want to have that so then it's done and I'm not like reading amazing 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 4. We're going 5, 4, 5, 5. On the upward trajectory. So, I may end up loving this. I don't know anything about it, aside from the fact that it's set in the same world as the Vicious series, and they're Extraordinaries. I do, oh, that's trippy. I know that's on one of the other covers. I'm just not sure about it. So I think I want to just tackle this one and get that sorted. Oh, that's hilarious. It's done by the calligraphy of Wolverine and X-Men, and I could 100% tell, even though I've never read them. It's just an iconic script. So I was right, but it's a 4.5, not a 5. Holy shit. Oh my god. I was not prepared. I really liked this. There's definitely so much more to this world than originally. I'd definitely read Vengeful first and then dive into this. But damn, that ending was just like, ow! I really love the characters, their dynamics. Considering it was so short, we did get some really good character work, but the main thing for this would be that if you know the backstory of Victor and Eli, that's going to be better. They do a quick backstory and basically recap Vicious for you, but I definitely recommend Vicious Vengeful. Just so you don't spoil it for yourself accidentally, but oh my god. But I'm also like, you can't just have this by itself. Like, it says a villain's story, but I don't know. Interesting. Please let me know your thoughts on if you've read all 3 and what you think the best order is. I want more with these characters. So cute. Ah, I'm happy I read that though, because that was just, oh, that was a ride. It definitely was more of the comic-y style, which I really, really enjoyed. That was definitely fast-paced move. Let's do this sort of thing. So, sweet. 2 down. Am I unintentionally doing a 29 books in 29 days? Probably not, but. So it's 11:15, so I think I'm going to get myself all sorted with my planners and listen to booktube while I do that. I'll get my planners all sorted. And heads or tails? Maybe we'll go heads for that, tails for that, because she's in our head. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Heads.
Next 3. Half of me is really just tempted to dive through it. I'm gonna hate myself having to set up my reading journals for the next little bit after already reading 2 things, but I'm so excited to just continue on the reading vibe. But yes, I'll check in with you later.
I'm glad that got caught on camera.
It was so wholesome. So last night I ended up reading a decent amount, and then tonight I've just finished it up. So that was so sweet. I can't deal. That was adorable. I do still have to update my reading journals. That's the only other major thing like I want to get done tonight. I had a massive headache when I got home, so I sort of just zoned out and didn't exist as a human for a little minute. And then I said to Ash, you want to go get takeaway? So we went and got Hungry Jack's, and he kindly had my phone and could catch Pokemon on Pokemon Go for me while I was driving, so it was great. And he caught me an Eevee, and I caught a Bulbasaur, and then he caught me a Squirtle, and it's been a good day of Pokemon. I'm loving Pokemon Go. It's bringing all the Pokemon feelings that I've missed having. I'm very excited to continue on with that, but because I drove and we got dinner and I sort of just had a nap, I didn't do my reading journals, but I have now finished Everything Goes Okay. Absolutely 5-star read. That is one of the best relatable mental health memoirs that I've read. Like the way, obviously I don't have the same struggles being a freelance artist. I have a very structured 9 to 5, but the way that they express their anxiety and depression and the growth through therapy was just so good, and I loved every minute of it, and it made me cry multiple times. It was definitely more of like the welly up, but I definitely yeah, my eyes got wet. But that means it's the 2nd of February, and this is the last thing I have on my graphic novel shelf. I was so chuffed. Obviously, because I've only just asked yesterday what you would like me to do in regards to picking my next shelf. What I'm going to do is pull the shelf, and if it's one that is feasible for me to be reading from, like I have TBR books and things like that on it, then I will use that. I'm thinking I might grab a piece of paper and like write them out rather than do a number generator, so then I can sort of just have it divvied up into the sections and the actual shelves themselves straight off the bat. So yeah, before that, I need to finish this, and I'm just so excited. I think I will also include my bookish peeps and my library books, just because I would like to get to those. So I don't think I should rule them out. Yeah, I want to dwindle down my physical TBR, but I also want to get through my bookish peeps and my library holds, because I have a lot of them for series continuations. So I think that's fair, and I will figure out what that looks like once I've finished my book and updated my journals. But for now, I'm going to dive on into The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang, and I am so excited. Ooh, I realized I have read from Jen Wang before, which is exciting. Off we go. My battery's gonna die, so I'll see you on the flip side. Hello my darlings. So we're getting there. I haven't completely updated my journals, but I'm mostly there. I realized that I do actually want to go through and do Storygraph and Goodreads before I go to bed, but that should be super easy with these, and I'm done. It was so cute. The character development for just one of the characters in here had me actually giggling out loud. It was so sweet. I have decided to give this a 4.5. I feel the same sort of wow, ooh, ah impact as Extraordinary, but not the same like soul crushing feeling of Heartstopper and Everything Is Okay. I really enjoyed this. There was such a cute dynamic, and I just appreciate, I adore these characters. I just found that the way that the last bit shaped up, I was like, oh, before the final reveal happened, there was a scene that I was just like, oh, that, yeah, okay. But it's what it is, and I have now completed every graphic novel that I own. I was tempted to go buy Lore Olympus Volume 4 and 5, but I figured no, we will continue on and get another shelf. So I have 30 shelves. I think 4 of them are Ash's, and then like this one is Katie Robert up the top, then the standalone 1, standalone 2, so on and so forth, Tamora Pierce Hobb. So I've sort of labeled the shelves as I saw fit. So there's 3 different colors. It represents nothing. I literally just went 1, 2, 3 as I was labeling it. And I did put my bookish peeps and the library to be outrun. So, oh, this makes me so unbelievably anxious. Depending on what this shelf is, I will either continue in this vlog with this shelf immediately, or I may pick and jump into some of my other reads for the month as well. So let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm so not. What's that? Oh no, I think it's caught in the thing. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. I'm just trying to unknot it, which is extremely hard to do when you can't see what you're doing. Okay. Is it? Not looking. Not looking. Oh, I'm so scared. Why? Why do I always get Ash's shelves? Oh, fuck! Okay, I'm not mad. Obviously that was the Murakami shelf, but mostly that just means that he has translated fiction on there. So there is the next book in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series that I'll show you tomorrow morning. I wasn't prepared for that to be a possibility. Shit. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna sleep on this and I will let you know what I've decided tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, my darlings. It is 9 AM on the 3rd of February. Let's go have a look at Ash's shelf. This is not, I don't know why I always get Ash's shelves. The one that we've pulled is this one here because this is like his Murakami collection. I DNF'd Kafka on the Shore in December, so I'm not ready to dive into any of the other Murakami, but this is also a lot of his translated section from like here down. I think I'm gonna pick How High We Go in the Dark because I've been really interested in getting to this one and I can get the audiobook. Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi I want to get to and continue on with that series. And then I really want to read How Do You Live, The Cat Who Saved Books, and actually read Earthlings, but I don't know. These two I haven't been able to find an audiobook for yet. I'm interested. So, you know, do I just put the stack and see how we go? Because I definitely will get to these two. And then if I can pick up any others, we'll go with these three. What do we think? I will be going until the 7th. So I've got 5 days to get through. There is no way I'm gonna get through all of those, but I finally feel like I've got my reading momentum back, and whilst none of these are on my TBR, it can't be helped. So what I'm thinking I might do is aim to get through these two in the next 5 days, one of these or one of my TBR books. So I also am including Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies, from someone who's been there for the buzzword for January. I'm not doing it in the months. January just didn't work out that way, so it's like, okay, we're not doing it in January. I'm just filling it when I can. And then that way I can just work through what I need to before my audiobooks go back and stuff like that. So I think that's the plan. I'm so nervous. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. You know, I expected to read one book off Ash's shelves, which was the Thursday Murder Club. Why is this generator so mean to me? I'm definitely leaning towards Earthlings. I know that there's no audiobook, but I did read the last chapter, and quite a long chapter, and it didn't take me too long to read. So I think this potentially could be doable even without an audiobook. I think I'm leaning towards that. I think I should go How Do You Live or The Cat Who Saved Books because of lightness of it. It's not going to be as dark as Earthlings, but I am so excited to get to these two though, so the only thing I'm really sad about is the fact that my Ash TBR, like the 50 books I want to read from Ash, those are going down, but my TBR books are not. But that's okay. My graphic novels did take out a serious chunk of my TBR numbers, so if I keep chipping away at it, it's going to be fine. So I have a few things on today. I need to clean up the house. My brain is dying at the moment. I need to film my wrap-up for January, which is only 9 books, but I need to collate all the stats. I want to finalize off my journals because I didn't do it last night because I ended up doing the little origami stars that took me longer than anticipated. I want to start one of these. I want to go through and actually rent out the TBR books that I have that I would like to read from the Libby app and make sure that I get those in. I want to do a random doodle. I'm just grabbing whatever and trying to read everything. Oh dear. And I also have the Bookstara Jade City discussion today at 12. Alrighty, so yeah, I've got my next stack and I'm just gonna get my journal, set that all up and get myself all sorted, and then see where I'm feeling and the vibes that I want to follow with. I'm thinking I will probably film my January wrap up just so that's done and dusted and I don't have to, like, I'll need to do my journal stuff to then film the wrap up. But if I can get that done before 12, that would be amazing. So I think that's the plan of attack. I've showed you Ash's shelves, told you that I'm gonna do these two to start with, and if I can add an extra one, sweet. But let's go get started on doing the product. I'm actually super happy with how, I'm not happy that I'm reading off Ash's shelves and it's not my TBR, but at the same time, I could have picked a shelf that didn't have anything on my TBR from my own TBR anyway. So at least with Ash's, they are books that I'm really interested in getting to. So it's just, god damn it. But at least now I get to books that I'm actually super excited for. So, work on my journals. I've got my bullet journal and then my 1 line a day, and I didn't do this last night because I was just too tired, but I remember enough to be able to make a comment. So let's get that up and running. Headphones are in. I'm going to listen to YouTube. I don't know why I can't listen to an audiobook while I journal, but I can listen to booktube videos even though they're both talking. Oh well. Currently I'm watching Alison on a book break doing their Sims TBR, so having a good time with that. I got half an hour before the live show. I've mostly updated all of my journals. I didn't do my random doodle or year-end planning yet because they can be later jobs, but I got my reading journal back up to scratch. I got my online spreadsheets. I've almost got it up to date, but I also then just filmed my January wrap up. So that's done and dusted, which I am chuffed with. I wanted to film that before the live show. So that was done and dusted. In the next half hour, I'm still just going to continue listening to BookTube. Like, I take these opportunities to just listen as much as I can, and then I've downloaded Opal. It is only the free version, but it locks me out when I've been on YouTube or Tile Busters, which is another addiction, for 2.5 hours. So I will then switch over to listening to one of the audiobooks, but that will probably be after the live show. So I haven't started tidying up, but I'm finishing off with this space, which is great because I need to tidy up this desk after the live to be able to set up my birthday present from Ash. So I just want to get that all sorted as well. So it's basically like I'm trying to do all of that to move myself over there, so then I can clear that out and continue to clear out the living room and all of that as well. So I am gonna go finish off updating this spreadsheet, listen to BookTube, probably do a little bit of journaling, put these away, and then see where we get up to. Just kidding. I also have like a little fluffy bit at the back and I can't control it and it's pissing me off, but what can you do? Live show time. So it's now 3:15 and the live finished at 2:15 and we've just finished talking. I love those girls so much. Thank you, Amy and Danielle, for being such amazing, wonderful people. And it ran really, really well. So I need to get my ass into cleaning mode and I'm gonna put my earphones in and continue listening to YouTube. I'm sort of just gonna have to roll with this and get this clean because I need to move. I need to do the things. So we're closing that. We're gonna shut my computer down, find my phone and my headphones, and get this shit sorted. That shelf. I broke it. I didn't break it, I just pushed it and it fell, and now I can't find the 4th hook that keeps the shelf on. That one. Shit! Yay. That was less than ideal. Alright, time to go to the kitchen. This is my birthday present from Ash, and I love it. Look how pretty it is! Ah! It's so cool! So he got it all set up and running for me now. So it's been a big day. I've got the tidy up done, I've planned, I've done all my stickers and thinkings and whatever else. I am going to zone out and watch YouTube for a wee little bit, and then I'm going to dive into How High We Go in the dark and probably feel a lot of emotional damage, because that's what I've heard happens. If I start this and find that it's not exactly what I want to be reading right now, I'm going to put a pause on the 1 week 1 shelf and then do a full week of Ash's shelves later. Just start on my TBR books, but if I am sucked in and wanting to go, then I will continue reading from Ash's shelves until Wednesday night. That's when this vlog will end, and it is now Saturday, the 3rd of February. I am working a half day tomorrow and then back for full-time work for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't expect to get a lot of reading done, but I can get some in tonight. So let's see how we go. Hello my darlings. It is now a time of night, I think it's like 10 past 10, and I am currently making my way through How High We Go. I am 102 pages in, and this is such a good book. So this is interwoven stories and sort of chapter progression throughout this pandemic and the consequences of it. And I knew this book was a pandemic book, so I was prepared for that. But any other detail I didn't look into. I just wanted to go in blind because I've heard such high praise of it. And I got a reference, a 1-star Goodreads review, where it's like, this was well written and everything, but it was just so sad and slow and mournful that I can't rate it highly because I didn't enjoy the reading experience. I'm like, yeah, full respect to that, but also like, this is spectacular and I like being hurt. So we're fine, we're vibing. The initial chapter is probably the weakest, where we're learning where this plague has originated from, and from there it follows a lot of different characters, a lot of different experiences in their, like, each given their own individual chapters. And I'm so intrigued as to where this is going to go, but the last story just broke me a little inside. The second chapter was and then this one, I think it's the 4th or the 5th. My soul has vacated my body, and I'm so happy and so sad. So poor Ash has just come sprinting in because I'm just like, oh, emotionally damaged, oh. But I can't tell him anything about it because I want him to read it, and I don't want to do that. Like, I've told him aspects of the 2nd or 3rd chapter, but yeah, this has a little bit more sentimental attachment to it. So I'm just like, oh lordy, oh, my soul. And yeah, so I've asked if he could read this, like, as soon as humanly possible so I can stop suffering by myself. That would be great. Also, if anyone has read this, please message me. I need to talk to people about it because I am a shell of a human right now and I'm only 100 pages in. How many do I have to go? I think it's like 300. 289. So, my feelings, my soul, my body. I'm loving it. This is great. So enjoyable. Much soul death. It's great. I'm gonna watch one booktube video and then go to the next story, and this may be how I progress with this story, just to break it up because my soul, it hurts. That's what I'm gonna do. But it is such a fascinating book, and the concepts, the sci-fi elements to it, the science, it's just so interesting. It is not a happy book. I cannot wait to go and watch G from Book Rose's review or thoughts on it, because I know that that was one of their top books of last year, I think. Okay, off I go. Hello my loves, it's now midnight and my headset just died, so I'm stopping for the night, but I got to page 140, so I ended up watching a little bit more booktube than reading, but I'm appreciating taking this slow. So I have no more thoughts aside from emotional damage, so I will check in with you tomorrow. Hopefully once I finish this. I have work from 1 till 5, so we'll see where I end up. But until then, I'll check in with you later. Bye.
Boy.
Boy. Morning, my darlings. It is now 10 o'clock on the 4th of February and I have had a really productive morning, then sat in bed and played Pokemon Go with Ash for a little bit and then realised that I had lost one of my headphones. The thing is, I have an AirTag on the case because I'm constantly losing this. Singular headphones though? Yeah, nah. And I'd also unpacked the dishwasher and done the hand wash, so I was like, please don't have fallen down the sink or in the dishwasher. I will not survive if that is the case. And we ended up figuring out that I could get it to play a singular sound through the headphone itself, which is great. And it was in a shoe. I got nothing. I have no explanation. I have nothing. I'm assuming when I've taken this case out of my pocket, it's flung out, but I don't remember having it sitting independently. Or when we've lifted up the sheets and I've gotten up to make us cups of teas, it's flung into the shoe at that point. And it was only when I went to put my ears in to continue watching YouTube whilst drinking my tea that I realized that it was missing. So that's where we're at. I don't know where I checked in last night. I think I said I got up to page 140 and everything is just feelings and emotions right now. And I'm loving it, so everything hurts. I do start work at 1 o'clock today, so I'm just gonna spend the morning doing what I want, whether that be YouTube or actually editing my wrap up, so then I'm not having to stress tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm happy just to play it by ear. I've already done and been really productive this morning, so I am happy to just enjoy. That's the plan. I'm going to put my ears in. I do hope I can have a little bit of reading time if my brain says that we're up for it, because I do want to continue with the book, but I'm also just in that space of not wanting to have to use my brain, so we'll see. But for now, I'm just going to listen to YouTube because it's what I do. And it's been fun. I've really enjoyed watching the booktube videos that I have recently. So I'm just gonna continue with that and have a grand old time. And I'm starting with Kaylani Simply Me's February to be out bingo. And then Beth Bookish Cat Lady Readathon TBR. So these are gonna be great. I also sort my watch later because I keep pretty on top of it to shortest duration to longest duration of the videos. So then if I want to start from the top and go from the shortest through to the longest, I can do it that way, or I'll start at like the 20 minutes and work my way through to the longest, whatever I feel like. Hello my darlings, it's now 11:15 at night on the 4th of February and I have 40 pages left of How High We Go in the Dark and I'm still adoring it. We have moved more into the sci-fi side of things, so I'm not feeling as emotionally connected, but it's so beautiful. And yeah, it's just, there are so many concepts that I'm like, wow, my brain. But it's been super interesting and I'm very curious as to where it ends up going. But yeah, I had a bit of a productively chill day with doing my library shift, but then also just not wanting to read, but getting all my footage imported to be able to edit. So this vlog has over 2 hours of footage, which is nuts. And then yeah, I also need to get my wrap up edited tomorrow night. I'm going to go though because I am exhausted and have to get up early for the dentist. I'm gonna do that and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hopefully I will be able to finish this either before I go to the dentist or when I'm at the dentist. Bye! to go on a Pokemon walk. Choices were made. Neither of us bought an umbrella.
Yep.
Are you getting wet there?
Yeah, sweat.
We're just waiting it out. I don't know how long we're going to be waiting.
We may be calling a taxi at some point. Comes a little bit.
Yep. We took a calculated decision.
We are so bad at math.
Hello my darlings! It is now 20 past 11 and I'm going to bed. It's the 5th of February. I had an amazing day at work getting in like absolute hyper-focus mode. And then as you would have seen, Ash and I attempted to go on a little Pokemon walk and got drenched. So that was delightful. We made it home relatively unscathed, just a little damp around the edges. And yeah, but it was a really lovely time. And I'm so happy that we did go out and walk around for a little bit. I came home, edited, Ash kindly cooked the beef tacos, which were delicious. And then I cleaned up and finished How High We Go in the Dark. And giving this 5 stars, my brain cannot, like, I meant to film this clip a couple of hours ago. I don't even know how long it's been, but I'm still just processing everything. It was an amazing, exceptionally well written book, and my god, I understand why some people don't like it because it is exceptionally bleak, but I just loved it. If there was a criticism for it, it's because this noggin don't got a lot of brain cells and they hit a point of harder sci-fi, and I was just like, you said sciencey terms and as but that is not the book's fault. That is my inability to comprehend science. So for a little minute there, I was not as emotionally invested in the characters because they were physicists, and I got very lost. But it was still amazing, and it came, the way that it wove to the end was beautiful. But I don't want to say anything else because Ash is sitting next to me and I want him to pick it up because that was off his shelf. And I think the way I've spoken about it has now reinvigorated his desire to pick it up. And yeah, so really happy with that. And then I managed to get 76 pages, I think, into Before Your Memory Fades. And the first story in this was, it was interesting. The dynamics in it was very intriguing, as we're dealing with a daughter, an orphan daughter. She wasn't very likable, but it got good. The second one is following a comedian, so I'll see how that all shapes up. But because they are short stories, like each chapter isn't usually a new character, it's really cool seeing how it gets interwoven together. And I've loved the setting of this cafe. I've read 2 other books in the series that were dealing with different characters, and I like that it just keeps the flow and continuity of various aspects of the cafe, but still provides a unique twist each time that we get a new character. So enjoying that. There is a high probability I'll be able to finish that tomorrow, which means I would have Wednesday night to just do whatever before picking my new shelf to start for the 8th. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I did also, so I've got Before the Memory Fades, but I also got The Cat Who Saved Books, which I think is only a 5-hour audio book. If I could find it, that would be great. And then I also got the audiobook of How Do You Live, which is also only 6 hours. So I don't know, it would depend on how my reading was vibing, because I don't really want to transfer over. I want to start and go from there. Although I am going to be pissing myself laughing because next week's vlog is going to be shit, because my mother's going to be up for my birthday and I don't read when my mother's here, so I'm fucked. We'll play it by ear how I go though. So with that, I'm gonna sign off for the night and check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hello my darlings. It has been a big day. It's now 9 o'clock at night and I haven't touched a book. I ended up getting up at 7:30 and then just watched YouTube this morning while getting ready, and then went to work, had therapy, then started work, and it was such a busy day. It was nuts. But it was good, keeping me out of, holy lordy, Ash is sending me many a reel. Whoa! Get me out of mischief. And then I picked him up from work and I was like, I really want to go for the Pokemon walkies, considering we got rained out yesterday. And I think we went for a nearly 2-hour walk. It was definitely over an hour and a half that we were just walking, and we only did the equivalency of 2 blocks. That was it, there and back. But it was so much fun and I had a really lovely time. And then came home, we were all pumped to make dinner at 8 o'clock, and we opened up the chicken from our HelloFresh and it was off, like bad. So we chucked it in the bin and went and got Macca's, because we just couldn't be fucked having to think about cooking because it was already late. And we're just like, fuck it. So did that, and then I've sat in bed and watched the last little bit of a bookshoot video, and now I'm gonna finally read. So I'm just gonna chill out with my ears in and continue listening to Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It says I've got 4 hours and 11 minutes left, so it will definitely be over an hour's worth of reading time, but hopefully I can get it done tonight. I'm just gonna put my ears in, but I thought I was just like, I'll just quickly update before I start reading. So here we go. Hello my darlings. So it's now 20 to 11 and I finished Before Your Memory Fades, and oh, hey, it has a cat on the cover. That counts for stuff. Anyway, I'm just thinking Pokemon prompts. It's just so beautiful. I really love this series. I can't decide if it's a 4.5 or 5 stars because I've just been in the feels. I'm leaning more towards a 5-star. I need time to process. And I love the interconnected short stories that are in this. So I can now pick up the 4th book. Oh, I also hauled books today, so I'll have to talk through that as well. But yes, now I can pick up the 4th one and finish off the series, and I'm so excited, but holy dooly. Obviously when dealing with themes of death, because you can either go into the future or go into the past. So it's like, there is so many different ways and presentations of grief, and I just, it hurts me so much, but it's so beautiful. So that one's done and dusted. I realized 2 very crucial things this evening. 1, my mother is up on Thursday. Today is Tuesday the 6th. And because of that, number 2, tomorrow night I'm going to be cleaning, I'm going to be filming, and I'm going to be editing. And so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get through a single book tomorrow. So I said to Ash, I'm like, okay, we got 3 options. I can either continue and try and read Earthlings, but that is a physical read. There is no audiobook for it, so I will probably not get it done tomorrow. I listened to How Do You Live, which is a 6-hour audiobook, so the probability of that happening is a little bit higher. Or 3, I read a book off my TBR. And he said, just based off everything that I've got to do tomorrow, go for a book off my TBR so that I'm actually making progress in it and we can go from there. So what I've decided to do is pick the next shelf now, and then I can plan accordingly. So we may be ending the vlog now depending on what this is, and just doing 6 days, 1 shelf, or we might not. I am stressed. I really have decided that I much prefer a number generator. The idea of drawing something out, just, I know instantly. There's no ask the generator and then figure out where I need to go, and I am prolonging the inevitable. Why did I pick the same color as last time? Oh no. Okay. This is what happens when we draw things out randomly. Everything's gonna hurt. I can already feel my soul hurting. I am manifesting positive vibes. Are we manifesting? Oh! 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 Shit.
What did you get?
Concern. But enjoyable concern? I got my hob shelf.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
That actually works out perfectly though. So we're not going to end this vlog here because I will go pick a book from my TBR, but Thursday, I will start picking up one hobby and just working on that while my mum's up. That actually works out really, really well because I will probably just focus on that one book. I don't expect myself to get through 2 hobs in a week. Although there's a psychologist at my work that I was talking to today loves Robin Hobb and she will be very happy for me to read 2. She's like, are you reading one a month? And I'm like, no, it's like one every 6 months. She's like, oh. I told her I was reading one next month because I still intend on reading one next month. Okay, well, I will leave what I'm going to read from my hob shelf until Thursday. But that's so exciting. Okay, I'm both apprehensive because a hob's thick. Glorious but thick. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna quickly run and have a look at my TBR. After 10 minutes of deliberation, I've decided to go with Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies and Other Rituals to Fix Your Life from Someone Who's Been There by Tara Schuster. And this is for the January buzzword of there, which I couldn't make a decision on last month and then managed to get this in at the library. So that's what we're gonna go with because it has an audiobook. It's not too long and I think it will be good to have that on the side throughout Hobbs week because I've got the Gilded Ones, the Wicked King and a couple of others, but I don't feel like it's right. The other 2 that I was thinking was Orfea because it's short, but this does not have an audiobook. And whilst it's only 218 pages with very big writing, I don't want to roll this over if I don't have to, whereas this I'm happy to roll over. And then the other is Hideout, which is a 12-hour thriller. So that was also an option, which I'm very excited for. And Lessons in Chemistry, which is historical fiction. So sort of not going into the fantasy realm if I'm going to be reading a hobby. I am both shocked that this has happened and thrilled. So I was gonna say I'm gonna listen to this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna watch YouTube. Who am I kidding? I ain't starting non-fiction at 11 o'clock at night. So tomorrow I will start listening to Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies. And until then, I'm gonna go get ready for bed, brush my teeth, all of the good fun things because we've had a very eventful day. I'm shooketh. Absolutely shooketh. I'll see you later. Hello, my darlings. So it is 5:30 and I have to-do list the length of my arm. So I'm about to dive in. First thing I want to do is tackle the footage for this vlog. I genuinely don't know how much more there is going to be for this because I literally just have whatever I read tonight, which in all likelihood is not much. So we'll see how we go, but I'm gonna dive on into that and get myself all sorted. So I will check in with you if and when I have a reading update. Hello, my darlings. It is now 10:30 on the 7th. Are we the 7th? I don't know what day of the week we are. And I'm gonna come on tomorrow and wrap up this vlog. I am way too tired tonight to even form a coherent thought in relation to what I've read this week, and she got no brain left to give. I did start the audiobook I'll Buy Myself the Fucking Lilies, or Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies. I think I'm only like 8% in. I'm enjoying it so far. It is interesting, very anecdotal, but I'm finding it interesting seeing the rock bottom in the relationship and dynamics with their family and realizing that any trauma is valid trauma and that we need to heal from it. So I'm curious to see where it shapes up in her little life facts that to help, because that's the whole point of it's creating the life that you want to live, that you feel fucking amazing towards, and tips and tricks to do that. So I'm gonna continue on with it sometime. No, tonight. I'm gonna probably watch 1 or 2 more videos while I finish up my journals. I go to sleep because I'm dead. Very proud of what I did accomplish tonight, and hopefully tomorrow will be an even bigger and better and brighter day. I will wrap this up in the morning, potentially afternoon, depending on when I wake up and my energy levels and functionality, what I've read, and close on out officially. I'm very happy with what I have managed to accomplish this week and excited for next week. So I will check in with you sometime tomorrow to wrap up. Hello my darlings. It is now 8:05 in the morning on the 8th of February and I need to get to work. I think this is the same shirt that I started this vlog in, so loving life. This has just become my Thursday shirt. So I just want to quickly wrap up this week and how it went and officially close out this vlog. In the past week, I finished 6 books, which I'm so happy with, and they were all absolutely amazing reads. So I read 1,454 pages, which just and then I started By Yourself the Fucking Lilies and I got 12 pages in and that is it. I genuinely thought I was a lot further along, but this audiobook seems to be really slow. So I don't know if they're adding extra things in, I'm not sure, but I'm 8% into the audiobook. So I'll continue on with that in next week's vlog. I read Heartstopper Volume 5 and gave 5 stars. Extraordinary by V.E. Schwab and gave this 4.5. Everything is Okay by Debbie Tung, which I gave 5 stars. The Prince and the Dressmaker by Chen Wang, which I gave 4.5. How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu, which I gave 5 stars. And finally, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, which I gave 5 stars. So I have had an exceptional reading week and I am so happy. I'm just and I cannot wait to continue on with By Yourself the Fucking Lilies as well. So it's been a good week. They can sit up there for the moment. And then a client actually gave me 6 Fairy Loot Owl Crate books, so I'm super chuffed with that. None of them I have read, so that puts me up to 11 acquired books. I've read 12 from my backlist and 2 of the books that I have acquired this year. Oh no, so that's 14, which means I could only have acquired 7 collectively. So I got a lot of catching up to do, and this is, oh dear lord. The books are 8 Will Fall by Sarah Harron, and I really don't know too much about many of these. I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Naz Rishi. Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I can't remember. I heard quite a few things about this and I can't remember if it was mixed or not, but I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. So I'm very excited. Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Sky. I've actually been really interested in this, so I'm very curious to see how I vibe with it. And again, I love those purple edges. And then I squealed when I was unpacking the bag and saw The Beautiful by Renee Ardier, again with Sprayed. I'm just, I've been very curious about this series and just hadn't picked it up. So it was one of those that I was like, oh, you know, I just want to see how I go along with it. And now I've got it. So I'm so excited to start this series. Like, I think it's going to be glorious. So this is my little haul. I know Scavenge the Stars and I Hope You Get This Message are from Owl Crate. And the other 4, I'm not sure where they're from. I'm sure they'd say somewhere, but I'm not going to look into that right now. Ooh. I am very, very happy with what I've read, and I just got to get my reading butt into gear to be able to make up for adding those on. So we can do this. I've got this. It is great. We are good. So I've got 11. So I need to read 22 books off my backlist to play catch up. And it's my birthday and I'm fucked. So on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and let me know in the comments how your February started off. I had such a good just reset, get back into the swing of things, have a lot of fun. Going down to 2 videos a week again has been beautiful. I still managed to do a library shift. Like, we've had a big week, but I'm feeling really, really good about it, really, really positive, and just very excited to continue on with this 1 week, 1 shelf. So let me know in the comments how you went and if you're excited to see what chaos unfolds. Also, any questions that I've asked throughout, like my bookish peeps and library books, that sort of stuff, let me know if you are okay with that. I did add them in, but I can always go through the stars and take them out if you think that's cheating. So yes, and I'm just so excited to continue on. I'm so nervous, so let me know in the comments anything you want to let me know down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!